Now, ladies and gentlemen, as the political debates have concluded, in my opinion tonight, because I have not yet heard the general opinion of other persons as to who the winner of tonight's debate is. But ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, the clear winner is the Jamaica Labour Party, not being biased, because ladies and gentlemen, they answered the question directly. And one of the things that make me kind of disappointed in Mr. Golden, I never too like his policies from day one. I'm not saying that all his policies I don't like, because some of them I do believe is very good. But also, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the policies like for the disabled and all of that. That's good on both sides. But what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, when this man is accusing the Prime Minister of benefiting from Ponzi scheme and all of that, ladies and gentlemen, when he himself benefited from them, I call that hypocritical. And you cannot be pointing a finger at somebody when three fingers are pointing back at you. That's hypocritical. And I do believe that he is using that as a political point, as a political tool to score points. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot trust a person who is flopping. As for why he's not supporting the Jamaica being republic, why he's not supporting it, he's saying he wants to use the three-card game of saying that it is because you cannot want independence from a state, that is the UK, while at the same time you are still going to the Privy Council. What Mr. Holness is saying is that he doesn't have a problem with Jamaican being run as being a republic, but it must be run by a court. He says he believes that the High Court, the Privy Council, should be a Jamaica based Privy Council. He said he respects the CCJ, but he would rather the appeal court, that is the final court of appeal, should be in a Jamaica, should be a Jamaican court of appeal. And Mr. Golden said in previous times that it doesn't make sense we try to break away from the British monarchy while at the same time we are still going to them as our final appellate court of appeal. He's saying that it's not a lot of persons can afford to go to the court appeal, while Mr. Holness is saying that yes, he believes that the Jamaican court of appeal, final court of appeal, should be in Jamaica. So both of them have very strong points. He said while he respects the people with the CCJ, he believes that the people should have a say in this. Mr. Golden is saying that they should go ahead without having any referendum. He is saying, Mr. Holness is saying, the people must have a say. When we are making decisions like this, the people must have a say. Mr. Golden says that certain provision allows for the government to make decisions without having referendum. Mr. Holness wants to include us in making decisions like that, ladies and gentlemen, that affects everybody. And for this, I must applaud Mr. Holness. And Mr. Golden is accusing Mr. Holness of being a dictator. When you want to force the Caribbean Court of Justice upon us here in Jamaica, that is being without having a referendum, that is operating under a dictatorship. And one of the lies that got me angry that Mr. Golden is telling Jamaica is that Mr. Dennis is friends with Mr. Andrew Holness. That is the reason why he appointed him as head of the FID. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chung, Dennis Chung, served across the two administrations, and he is a friend of Mr. Mark Golden. Again, Mr. Mark Golding is a flip-flop. He cannot be trusted because Dennis Chung is his friend. He's a friend of Mark Golding. And ladies and gentlemen, while they are saying that Mr. Holness, what makes me even more mad at the man, Mr. Mark Golding, is the fact that he said that Mr. Holness' house that he purchased was one of the Finsack house. Mr. Holness made it clear that he bought the house on the open market. So how is it, ladies and gentlemen, a Finsack house? What Mr. Golding is trying to do is to justify the fact that his company was one of those that that benefited from sweetheart deals under the Finsack, under the Finsack arrangement. And ladies and gentlemen, he did not deny it. He did not say that his company did not benefited from it. So again, I see where he is being hypocritical. And another thing that makes me feel disgusted with Mr. Golding is the fact that he is still saying that Mr. Holness have 28 bank accounts when, ladies and gentlemen, it have not been proven that Mr. Holness had 28 bank accounts. What the Integrity Commission had done, the accounts that were dormant and inactive and all of those stuff, these were the accounts that they counted as to say that the Prime Minister had 28 bank accounts. Ladies and gentlemen, the international investigative body to which the Prime Minister was referred to in Trinidad, ladies and gentlemen, found out that the Prime Minister only have 8 active accounts. So again, Mr. Holness is coming on a national debate to spread lies and propaganda. And let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, he is saying that the $3.5 million is income tax threshold. He is saying that it will be funded through the profit that the country has gained. That means the country is growing. The country is growing, so it will be funded through that. Ladies and gentlemen, don't allow this man's fancy word to deceive you. It will bankrupt. It will undo the growth that this country has made. It will undo it, because he's saying, ladies and gentlemen, that it would cost 60 million, 65 million, or whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, it will cost 90 billion Jamaican dollars, not 65 million, 65 billion thereabout. But ladies and gentlemen, it will cost the country 90 billion Jamaican dollars. Another thing he's talking about, give to the needy children, give to children who are in need for the rural transportation system, the rural school transportation system. He wants to give children $10,000 per month who are in need. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Golding wants to bring in a system like PATH. And ladies and gentlemen, the people who really need PATH, many of them are not on PATH, because when they applied for the PATH, they do not get through, and many of them are suffering, ladies and gentlemen. And the persons who don't really need the PATH are benefiting. When you are bringing the school bus system and you're going to say that you're going to give $10,000 to children who really need it, how are you going to determine who really needs it? And another thing you need to understand there, not all children will benefit. Not everybody will benefit. Or rather, the JLP's rural school bus system, where all children will benefit. Every child will benefit from the rural school bus system that this Jamaica Labour Party has brought in. The People's National Party, ladies and gentlemen, is trying to hustle us. And ladies and gentlemen, based on what I heard in the debate, I strongly say that we should reject the People's National Party